Much of what fans know about Horizon Forbidden West so far is based on the last time the game was featured in Sony's State of Play back in May of 2021 and from several interviews with the developers from Guerilla Games since then. The brief glimpses hint at an impressive sequel that promises to live up to its critically acclaimed predecessor. The YouTube video and published interviews reveal a lot about what players can expect from the upcoming sequel to the popular title, Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy's journey is about to get even more challenging as she encounters new antagonists and a looming threat in the West. Players can expect new machines, upgraded weapons, an intriguing plot, and more in the highly anticipated 2022 title. Number 10, there will be more machines. The machines have become an iconic part of Zero Dawn's world, which is why it's not surprising that fans are raising questions about their role in Forbidden West. Aside from the Clawstriders that seem to travel in packs and the giant mammoth that is the Tremordisk, there are a host of new monstrous machines for players to meet and defeat in the sequel. There are the flying Sunnings that look a lot like pterosaurs, except they have flexible solar panels for wings. Meanwhile, amphibious machines like the Snapmaws and Burrowers give players a glimpse into potential underwater combat in the game. Number 9, there's an intriguing plot. One of the biggest revelations about the sequel is that it is set 6 months after the events of Zero Dawn. After sending returning character, Aaron, to post-apocalyptic San Francisco, Aloy has to step in and rescue him from the 10th tribe. A grueling battle with a mammoth-like Tremordisk ensues, where Aloy defeats the tribe and their machines. Aaron shows Aloy an artifact during the cinematic cutscene, which contains a map that plots out the coming storms. The storms, also known as the Blight, seem to be the biggest threat in the game's universe so far. Aloy has to travel around different locations in the West to battle it out with tribes and terrifying machines. Number 8, there will be new weapons. The developers have thrown in some new weapons for players to choose from, which include smoke bombs, adhesive bombs, and a spike launcher. Fans have yet to see the detailed designs and specs for these weapons, but if they're anything like those shown in some of the concept art for Zero Dawn, then they should be incredibly detailed. The smoke bomb is a useful new evasive tool that Aloy can use to get away from raiders and machines. Should players decide to stay and fight, adhesive bombs are an excellent way to stop even the largest machines in their tracks with what seems to be very sticky glue. Number 7, there's a new grappling hook. As part of the efforts in improving traversal, the Polecaster, which is essentially a grappling hook, is introduced as one of Aloy's most crucial tools for navigating the terrain in Forbidden West. Players can use the Polecaster to quickly reach higher ground and cross large distances. It even gives Aloy the ability to gain momentum and leap from tall pillars, which is reminiscent of Miles Morales' Spider-Man abilities. It will hopefully make leaping between structures much easier, which is something Zero Dawn is often criticized for. Number 6, there's a holographic glider. A new exciting traversal option comes in the form of a holographic glider, also known as the Shieldwing. And unlike the Polecaster, which can only be used in spots with markers, the Shieldwing lets players land anywhere they want, even right in front of enemies. This futuristic version of Link's paraglider opens up a world of possibilities not just for traversal, but for combat as well. It introduces a new way of stealthily attacking enemies from above, and its advantages, when combined with other in-game tools, are yet to be seen. Number 5, there will be free climbing. Much of the criticism around Zero Dawn revolved around a small detail with its limited traversing options, as players are limited to marked areas. This is still the case, albeit greatly improved in Forbidden West, with more fleshed-out free climbing physics. A quick tap of her focus allows Aloy to see the areas she can freely climb to escape enemies or gain higher ground to attack them from above. These free climbing spots are marked by yellow lines on pillars and walls. This will allow for more options for players to execute strategic attacks from above, as well as offer new opportunities to explore the game's beautiful open-world landscape. Number 4, there's underwater exploration. Aloy's seamless leap from the top of an old building into the deep, new underwater environment below unlocks so many potential side quests in Forbidden West. Unlike Zero Dawn, where a typical oxygen meter is shown to remind players that Aloy needs to surface for air, the sequel introduces the nifty diving mask, which allows her to breathe underwater. The underwater environment itself is a beautiful world teeming with creatures and machines. There are also new underwater mechanics, as Aloy is able to navigate strong currents and hide from snapmaws swimming in the distance. Number 3, melee will be more dynamic. Players who prefer stealth over melee may rethink their choice in Forbidden West thanks to more dynamic combat against a range of new enemies. While Zero Dawn's combat has always been enjoyable, the developers have taken it to a whole new level in the sequel. Combos and stackable attacks play a bigger role in melee combat, as they now help Aloy charge a bar that allows her to unleash the Valor Surge. Triggering this attack supercharges the spear and imbues it with special abilities that can knock enemies back or cause explosions. Number 2, there's a set release date. Fans don't have to wait much longer for Forbidden West, as it was revealed during Gamescom Opening Night Live 2021 that it's set to be released on February 18, 2022. While this is definitely disappointing for fans who were expecting them to push through with their initial 2021 release window, it's better than launching the game before it's ready. During the event, they explained that complications caused by the pandemic have forced them to adjust the time frame to the more realistic and achievable 2022 release date. Number 1, it will work on the PS5 and PS4. Players who haven't been able to get their hands on a PS5 don't have to worry about experiencing Forbidden West on their PS4s. The game is still going to be native to the PS5 but will be playable on the PS4. Fans have the choice to upgrade to the next-gen version of the game for free if they do get a PS5. PC users will have to wait for further announcements about whether or not there will be a version of the game for that platform, as although Zero Dawn is available on the PC, it's not guaranteed that Forbidden West will be as well.
You always said a storm was coming.
Yeah. And it's almost here.